Welcome to Innovation Brief by IdeaScale, where we turn your work team into innovators.
All right, so you know you're leading a team, you've got all this talent around you, but how do you actually unlock that innovative potential that's just bubbling under the surface? How do we turn a talented workforce into a team that's consistently delivering those game-changing, truly groundbreaking ideas?
That's the real challenge, isn't it? And that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Yeah, we're cutting through all the hype and getting down to the core of what actually makes a real innovation culture thrive, and most importantly, how to start building that within your own organization.
Exactly. We're talking practical steps here, things you can start implementing right away.
Perfect. So before we get too far, let's make sure we're all on the same page here. When we say innovation, what are we really talking about? What's the end goal?
At its core, innovation is about taking a new idea, whether it's a new method, a new product or service, even a new solution to a problem, and bringing it to life in a way that actually creates a positive impact. And when I say impact, I mean real, tangible value. It could be making your operations more efficient, improving the effectiveness of what you offer, or even better, meeting the needs of your customers or your stakeholders.
Got it. So it's not just about coming up with the next cool gadget or the flashy new tech, right?
No, not at all. I mean, technology can definitely be a really powerful driver of innovation, but it's so much broader than that.
Okay.
We're talking about finding new ways to solve those everyday problems, streamlining your processes, maybe even completely rethinking how your business model works.
Yeah, I mean, even something like finding a brand new way for different teams to work together, that could be just as innovative as any new piece of software.
Absolutely. In fact, it probably has a bigger impact in a lot of cases. So it really comes down to challenging how things are normally done, being willing to look at problems from a different angle.
Yeah, taking those calculated risks to move things forward.
Exactly. And what drives all of this is, well, it's that very human need to explore and understand, that curiosity we all have, the creativity to come up with new ideas, and that desire to constantly improve and make things better than they are right now.
It's almost like you need to bake those things into the DNA of the organization, right? Like having a mindset where change is welcomed, where everybody feels comfortable suggesting new ideas, and where it's okay to experiment even if it doesn't work out perfectly the first time.
Precisely. It's a learning process. And this isn't just for, those Silicon Valley tech companies.
Right.
This applies to every sector, to any business out there.
Right.
Whether you're manufacturing services or even in those essential public services or pushing scientific boundaries, innovation is that engine that drives progress. It leads to economic growth, societal improvements, better quality of life, and even more sustainable practices. I mean, the potential is just enormous.
So we've got a good grasp on what innovation is, the why it matters, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. For those listening in, the CEOs, the innovation leaders, what are the absolute must-haves, the key ingredients that any organization needs to cultivate if they really want to make innovation happen?
Well, first and foremost, you have to start with creativity and ideas. That's like the raw fuel that powers your entire innovation engine.
Get that spark.
It is. It's about nurturing that ability to generate those fresh, original thoughts, to question the assumptions that have maybe become ingrained in the company, and to imagine possibilities that go beyond the current limitations.
So it's that classic what-if moment, but happening across the whole organization.
Exactly. It's about being able to see those connections between things that seem totally unrelated at first glance and realizing, hey, maybe there's a whole new way of doing things here that we never even considered. And this can't just come from the top down. Innovation thrives on having a diverse range of ideas coming from everyone, from those small, incremental improvements to the big, potentially disruptive breakthroughs.
Right, because you never know where that next big idea is going to come from.
Absolutely. But of course, just having a stack of great ideas, that doesn't magically transform an organization, does it?
Right. What do you do with them?
That's where the culture of innovation comes into play. This is the environment that either allows those creative sparks to flourish or, unfortunately, can just as easily snuff them out.
So it's about the values, the attitudes, the behaviors that encourage people to be curious, to take those risks, collaborate, and experiment.
Exactly. It's creating a space where people feel empowered to speak up, to share their ideas, no matter how unconventional they might seem.
Yeah, it's about